There are beach destinations, and then there's Boracay, an island that somehow feels polished and wild at the same time. Powder white sand, water so clear it looks filtered, sunsets that make an entire beach go silent. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Boracay is incredibly easy to do wrong. Too rushed, too central, too party focused. In this video, we're showing you exactly how to spend 5 perfect days here, balancing luxury, adventure, hidden beaches, and authentic local food. And by the end, you'll know how to experience Boracay properly. Arrival, entering island mode. The easiest way to reach Boracay is by flying into Cataclan Airport. It's small and efficient, and within minutes of landing, you're on your way to the port. From there, you board a boat and cross shallow turquoise water toward the island.
Okay, we're on the boat out to Boracay. Astoria organised all our transfers and there was a guy waiting for us at the airport. We got to jump on a little bus instead of having to grab one of the public tricycles, and he whisked us through the ticket counter and everything to get on the boat. We got basically a private boat, and it's about a 10-minute boat ride, I believe, to Boracay Island from Cataclan.
And this moment, when the white beach first comes into view, is when you feel it, that shift. Within about an hour of landing, your feet are in the sand. Quick tip, when leaving, check your departure airport carefully. We flew out of Calibo, which is about a 90-minute drive from Cataclan. That transfer time matters when booking early flights. Small detail, big difference in your experience. Where to stay, station strategy. Boracay is divided into 3 stations along White Beach, and choosing the wrong one can completely change your experience. Station 2 is busy and energetic. Station 3 is quieter and more budget-friendly. But Station 1, in our opinion, is the sweet spot. We stayed at Astoria Boracay, located right in Station 1. Station 1 is steps from the famous Willie's Rock, and walking distance to many restaurants and tour pickups. Astoria Boracay also included complimentary airport transfers, which immediately makes the experience feel seamless. There's something about waking up, walking downstairs barefoot, and being 20 seconds from the ocean. That's when Boracay starts to feel different. Breakfast at Astoria became part of our ritual. Tropical fruit, Filipino dishes, slow coffee before the sun climbs higher. If you want even quieter, Astoria Current on Station 3 offers a softer, more relaxed atmosphere. Day 1. Don't rush Boracay. The biggest mistake people make, they overplan day 1. Don't. Boracay is best absorbed slowly. White Beach is often ranked among the best beaches in the world, and when you step onto it, you will understand why.
Okay, we're just on White Beach here in Boracay, and it's just about sunset. We're in between Station 1 and Station 2. This may be the busiest beach I have ever seen in my life. I'm not exaggerating when I say there's probably 100,000 people on this beach. And all these boats, there's maybe 100 boats going out for a sunset cruise, all at the same time. Every restaurant is packed, every bar is packed. This is insane. The most lively beach I've ever been on.
The sand is almost flower soft. The water is calm, shallow, and impossibly clear. Walk north to Willie's Rock, the island's most iconic landmark.
All right, we're at Willie's Rock. I don't know why it's called Willie's Rock, but it's basically just a coral reef that comes up really high above the ocean, right on the shore here, and it's probably about 1 kilometre from Station 1. It's one of the most iconic places in Boracay because there's a sculpture of the Virgin Mary on top of it, and when the sun's setting, it comes down and looks absolutely epic. We're here in the middle of the day. We might come back for sunset, but we're going to check it out.
By late afternoon, everything changes. The light softens, vendors quiet down, sailboats drift out across the horizon. You can watch from the shore or charter your own for around 6,000 pesos per group, some holding up to 12 people. No engine, just wind. And this was the moment we realized Boracay isn't just beautiful, it's atmospheric. Dinner at LU Inasal brings you back to something grounded.
Okay, this is our first time trying inasal. Basically, you can get unlimited rice. It comes with a soup, chicken. I believe all of this was less than 300 pesos. I think it's around each, which is very decent for how much food you get. And this unlimited rice for an extra 30 pesos, which is awesome. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a while eating.
Smoky grilled chicken, rice, cold drinks, local, affordable, no frills. Exactly what you want after a sunset like that. Halfway through our Boracay adventure, one tool has made everything so seamless: the Wise Travel Money Card. From the start, we booked our hotel and flights using Wise, so everything was in one place and at the real exchange rate. The same rate you see on Google with no hidden fees. When we went out for our private fishing charter, we paid the local captain by transferring money straight to his PHP account through Wise. Super quick and secure. And for the smaller spots around the island that don't accept cards, we were able to withdraw cash from ATMs with Wise, which offers free withdrawals up to a certain limit, and at the mid-market exchange rate. Everything is controlled from the app, so if the card is ever lost or stolen, we can freeze it instantly and even order a replacement, giving total peace of mind when traveling abroad. Whether it's online bookings, local payments, or just making sure you have cash on hand without paying extra bank fees, the Wise Travel Money Card keeps travel simple, safe, and stress-free, which means we can focus on enjoying Boracay instead of worrying about conversions and hidden charges. If you want to simplify your spending while traveling overseas, check out Wise by using the link down below to get your first transfer fee-free up to $1,000 or a free Wise Travel Money Card. Day 2, sunrise and the island before it wakes. Wake up early, earlier than you think. Boracay before 7 a.m. feels like a different island. We booked a private fishing charter with Boracay with Andre, and this ended up being one of the most memorable experiences of the trip. You can choose between deep sea fishing or something more adventurous, or a shallow reef trip for calmer water.
That we catch here.
Little reef fish?
Yeah.
That'd be easy. Not big enough.
Yeah. And we have also here the trigger fish. It's called trigger fish? The trigger fish.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you can go. We call it Hawaiian humu humu fish. In Hawaii,
Humu humu?
they call it humu humu.
Humu humu.
Yeah.
I thought I had something, it's just the weight on it.
We're trying to catch something big enough that we can take to a restaurant to eat, but I don't know. We're on the reef and it's mostly reef fish here, so we're going to see how we go.
Charters leave at 6:30 a.m. or 2 p.m. They last for 3 to 3.5 hours and cost between 2,500 and 4,500 pesos per person, depending on the experience. But what surprised us wasn't the fishing. It was how peaceful the island felt offshore, just open water and silence. Returning to White Beach as it wakes up feels surreal. Back at Astoria Boracay, breakfast hits different after hours at sea. Cut to Sol Marina Beach Club. Sol Marina Beach Club is located at Punta Bunga Cove in Barangay Yapak on the quieter northwestern side of the island. It is surrounded by luxury hotels with private beaches. Afternoon energy builds. From 4 to 6 p.m., 2-for-1 happy hour with a live DJ. At 6 p.m., a live musician takes over. This might be the best sunset atmosphere in Boracay. If you want higher energy, sunset party boats around 700 pesos per person. Some include water slides, DJs, and free flow drinks. Boracay adapts to your mood. Day 3, the side most tourists miss. Most visitors never leave central White Beach, and that's a mistake. Hop on an e-trike, the easiest way to explore.
Okay, so in Boracay you can get these tricycles that are kind of like a mini version of the jeepneys that we rode in Cebu. And you just jump on with other people. It was 15 pesos to get from Station 2 to back to our hotel in Station 1, which is like nothing.
Head north to Puka Beach. Unlike White Beach, Puka feels untamed. The shoreline is crushed shells, not powder sand. The waves are stronger, the vibe is raw. You can rent a glass-bottom kayak and drift across the crystal clear water, and even get your photos taken directly from locals on the beach. Then visit the Keyhole near New Coast Beach, natural rock formations carved over time. It feels cinematic and almost hidden. What do you think of Keyhole?
I mean, that must have taken hundreds or thousands of years to get to that shape. How did that even happen?
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's like a perfect archway.
Yeah.
It's massive. It's probably 50 feet high, I'd say.
If you want something even quieter, visit Dinwid Beach. Small, secluded. There's even a Virgin Mary statue tucked inside a cave. Or Sinapa Beach. Peaceful and less crowded. This is when Boracay feels expansive, not just a resort island, but layered. Dinner at Cafe Muraha shifts the tone again. Hookah, live music, dim lighting. A completely different rhythm from White Beach. Day 4. Energy and culture. Boracay isn't just sunsets. It's wind. Bolabog Beach, just 5 minutes away, is the island's kite surfing hub. Colorful kites scatter across the sky. Even watching feels dynamic. If you've ever wanted to learn, this is one of the best places in Southeast Asia to try. Lessons are widely available, and instructors here are experienced with beginners. You'll also often find locals and tourists playing beach volleyball here. Then for dinner, something deeply Filipino. A boodle fight at Astoria Current. Food spread across banana leaves, barbecue seafood, grilled meats, rice. You eat with your hands, communal, interactive, and messy in the best way. This is where travel becomes shared.
Okay, we're doing a boodle fight. It's a traditional Filipino way of eating. So much food, I cannot believe how big this platter is. Let me just walk you through what we have here. I think this could probably feed about 10 to 12 people. But here we've got a Filipino local fish. Looks like it's stuffed with some veggies and things. This is eggplant with egg wrapped around it. We've got barbecue pork and inasal, which is barbecue chicken. A bunch of rice and all the same barbecue on the side, as well as salad. This is traditionally eaten with your hands. We'll probably use cutlery because we're in kind of a nicer place, but this looks incredible.
Day 5. The quiet goodbye. The last morning is always different. Slower, more observant. Breakfast at Astoria Boracay one final time. A last swim at White Beach. A quiet walk past Willie's Rock. Boracay has a reputation, but if you slow down, explore beyond Station 2, balance adventure with stillness, it becomes something else entirely. 5 days feels complete, but never quite enough.